Okay, good enough. Oops, I didn't close you. Let's fix that. Hello? There we go. Okay, let's get this open. Whenever the game wants to pop up. In the meantime, hello Twilights. Minna likes waffles here. I hope you can hear me in the game okay. You see everything okay and you're doing great. Now, if you're not on my Discord, you are not aware of the fact that for some reason my save file got effed up. When I was trying to test a few things off screen, I didn't do anything important. I accidentally saved over my high elf character. When I went back to recreate her, for some reason, it completely overrode my save file for Hind. I was like, what? Why'd you do that? I just deleted all the saves, and it's like, I'll just do it over again. I'm not heavily in the mood to do a lot of role-playing. So I think I'm just gonna kind of ignore that this session. I will still have Hind sort of react the way I did before, like controlling how the camera moves, how she would be responding to the situation, all that jazz. But aside from that, so I don't eat popcorn. Ugh. Sorry, I was watching Jacksepticeye play a horror game. I was munching on popcorn. Anyway, lost my train of thought now. Great. I'll basically play the game the same way I did before. But Hind's base personality, before she finishes the companion's quest, she's very timid, meek, and quiet. She's not a very confident person in the very beginning. After going through the companion's quest line, they help her build herself up. By the time she starts the Thieves Guild quest, which is right after that, she's a much different person. But she's gonna start off timid and uncertain and all that good jazz. And I'm gonna warn you now, I'm going to have several long moments where I have to play with my mods. Because I don't know how to go into anything and say, save this as da 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 da. That's file management and I have no effing clue how to do that. Don't know why my audio is so low. It's not low for you guys, is it? I'm gonna bump it up a little bit. I hope I didn't just F up your ears if it's too loud for you now. Not that I can tell, no one's in here. I don't think Renegade is online, so he can't let me know. Two of the people who appear to be online aren't going to be much help. I don't think they come into my streams, but hey, they have other things to do. I understand that. And who knows, maybe they don't find me particularly entertaining. Okay. Now I'm going to get rid of my webcam, and I'm turning off my mic in this part, so you can enjoy the game. The game opening, that is. Okay, here we go. I hope I remember to get rid of that one mod. Do I need to point out how not correct this picture is? What happened? Guys? Let's, go back to the main menu. Try that again. By the way, my loading screens are gonna take a while. I'm sure you just noticed that. But you have a choice here of what you prefer. Loading screens taking for effing ever, or the game crashing repeatedly and causing me to not want to play. Which would you prefer, Let's try that again. If it keeps doing that, I'm going to be rather sad.
You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in binds now, thief.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric? The Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they've captured you... Oh gods, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
General Tullius, sir. The headsman is waiting.
Good. Let's get this over with.
Sure. Mara, Dibella, Kinnarev, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
Look at him. General Tullius, the military governor. And it looks like the Thalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this. This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny. When I was a boy, Imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Who are they, Daddy? Where are they going?
To go inside, Luca.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
Whoa!
Yes, Papa.
Get these prisoners out of the carts. Move it!
we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line. Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait! We're not rebels!
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them we weren't with you! This is a mistake!
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No! I'm not a rebel! You can't do this!
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me!
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward. Who are you?
Okay. First off, to start with, I have a mod that improves basically all the NPC appearances. But I have to say, I don't like how Ralof looks. Overall, the edited design is good. The problem is, he's constantly smiling. I only noticed that a couple different runs ago, but it's like, why are you smiling all the time? Okay, now, I've only ever really played Imperial, but the first time I ever played Skyrim, hilariously, the reason was in the race description, right there. Anywhere gold coins might be found, Imperials always seem to find a few more. That was literally the only reason. I had no other reason behind it. Midna denies nothing. Okay, this one's Hind. I know because it says Dragon Eyes. I was using the Witcher Eyes, the Witcher 3 Eyes mod, but it stopped working correctly. I did tell the mod creator, but they never got back to me, so I figured F it, look for something else. And I found legitimate Dragon Eyes. They look sort of creepy in this light, but there she is. Still feel like her makeup gets effed over here. I always play with it just to make sure it's 100% accurate. We are going to pretend that Hind's hair is a mess and she's not wearing makeup. Heck, overall, she should be a bit of a mess. The reason will be explained in a while, but just take me at my word that she shouldn't look so cleaned up. It's just, I don't want to go all the way to Riften earlier than I usually do just to fix her appearance. I really don't want to do that. Obviously the reason I give her dragon eyes is to show her, you know, dragonbornness. And also, I used a fan-made, I think, dragon translator, Dovazul translator. Her name, Hind, or Hind, I'm not actually sure you're supposed to pronounce that, hilariously enough, but her name means hope in the dragon's tongue. Something she's not actually aware of. Yeah, I'll just have her lipstick be light, because if I go with red, it's going to clash with other outfits she's going to be wearing. Because she wears more than just red. If I think about it. Her eyeshadow being really dark will look funny. Hey, where'd the second darker one come from? I've got that stupid song running through my head still. Sorry, I've been watching for the past few days Little Nightmares gameplay. 1 and 2. And the DLC for 1. thing. Well, I bet I was looking up theory explanation videos for those suckers. I'm not gonna say what happened in the game in case no one has watched them and or played them. I'm not gonna spoil crap for you. Alright, but this is Hind, and again, we're gonna pretend she's a bit of a mess. Okay. This mod completely disables the 3 standing stones you'll see after you escape Helgen. You cannot play with those while you have this mod. But this mod does help you.
You're a long way.
That's fine. Lady. Choose. Custom. Okay, Hind is going to be doing a variety of different things. She's not a jack of all trades entirely like Cossin is from Bloodborne. Because doing jack of all trades in this would be infuriating, if you ask me. I've seen a guy kind of do it, but I don't have that patience. She's gonna get her magic at least to, what, level 40? Level 50? I'm not sure, but once she does that, I can redo all this. Just reset it. I'll probably just ignore this and the novelized fanfic I'm doing. I did start that, but I had problems and couldn't keep playing with it. And then once I lost the videos, and then lost my save for the previous run, I definitely couldn't do anything, so I'm trying to follow my own gameplay. That I'm not BSing my way through it. Always stamina. Okay, magic, destruction, choose. Conjuration, because I definitely used conjuration. What does alteration do again? Nah. Illusion? I could do restoration if I really felt like it, but for now, pickpocket, because I hate doing the pickpocket side jobs in the Thieves Guild. I suck at it. And if I try to practice it early on, I have nowhere to sell my stolen goods to. There's nowhere to take it. I just have to store it in my bloody house. It's like, well, no one's gonna check here, right? No. I'm gonna be doing a bit of archery in the beginning, I believe, so throw one under two-handed. Let's just toss one under restoration. Okay, I've got one left. No. F it.
Captain, what should we do? She's not on the list.
Forget the list. She goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. But make sure your remains are returned to ship. Follow the captain, prisoner.
In my novelized fanfic, Hind obviously did not take this well. The F game! Last time you weren't doing that.
Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero.
I can't win.
A hero doesn't use a power like your voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What was it?
It's nothing. Carry on.
guy. I am impressed by him.
Come on! I haven't got all morning. My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. You say the same.
You idiot bastards! Death to the Stormclaws!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the renegade from Cyrodiil!
There it is. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner!
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
Now, one time, due to one of my mods, I actually saw this scene from a really strange angle. I saw what happened to the executioner here. Let's just say he was got really bad luck.
What do you see?
Gah. I forget what hits that guy. It was either a fireball or a rock. And magically, all the Stormcloaks get out of their bindings. Don't ask me how. They just suddenly get free. I saw it in the weird scene when my mod glitched out.
What is that thing? Could the legends be true? Legends don't burn down villages.
We need to move now!
Awkward pause.
Up through the tower. Let's go!
Okay, I'm with you.
Let's go! Stairs now! Just need to move. Let's go!
I knew it was gonna happen, but it gets me every time. I just feel so bad for that dude. Oh man. He definitely did.
See the inn on the other side. Jump through the roof and keep going.
Go! We'll follow when we can.
Get yourself a weapon.
Ah! Effing fire.
Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay that way.
Okay.
Brother, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense.
God's guide you, Haldor.
I can get through Helgen and get to Riverwood. After that, the game might have crashing problems.
Quickly, follow me.
I did take off a couple of mods, so hopefully it should be a little bit better, but I can't guarantee crap. Whoa.
It's you and me, prisoner. Stay close.
I'm coming, I'm coming. There's a clip on my channel where Alduin knocks everyone the F over. It was kind of funny.
They're not stopping us this time.
Fine. I hope that dragon takes you all to Sodom.
There he goes.
Quick, I can cut you loose inside the keep.
I was waiting for Alduin to do that. I always save right there because I've had the game get stuck before. Then I have to run through that whole sequence again. Not fun. I still have Jacksepticeye on my PS4. I had the PC off, letting it rest because it was auto night. Since my phone keeps disconnecting from its charger and runs out of battery randomly. It's not useful when I need something to listen to as I'm sleeping, because I will wake up when it's too quiet. Oh gosh, he played the Dark Pictures anthology Little Hope. That is such an unfortunate name for a town.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it.
Does anybody else think that? Because I do.
Bring us to the end times. We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go. Take a look around. There should be plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something for these burns.
Okay.
Got to be a sword.
I didn't want the bucket. I was gonna move it. Actually, isn't there a book right there?
Got to be a sword.
Yeah. I'll have her pick that up, I guess.
Look around.
Can I get rid of this bucket, please? I did not mean to grab it. Okay. I'd use a different idle animation for her, considering how her personality starts, but the last time I tried doing that, my crashing problems got effing worse. Like, seriously, it was bad. Okay. Now remember I said I was got to play with this. Yeah. Now I don't know why, but I can't use the other animations for this. I have all the necessary stuff, and I've asked the creator for assistance, and they pretty much just ignored me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So there's nothing I can do to fix it. Now I like this mod because I always hated having a horse around, literally only because I would get off the horse to go collect something. That would get annoying, having to constantly get on and off the horse. So the horse being able to be set to just follow me was really convenient. Hilariously enough, it's called Convenient Horses Mod. This almost never does what I want it to right away, but if I play with it before I'm in this room, it's what messes up the camera angle of that scene back there when the headsman gets effing killed by Alduin. Okay, I need to adjust this. I always have to redo that with new save files. It's just something I have to do. She'll upgrade to level 6 a bit later. Actually, since she's so unconfident, maybe it should be a little lower. That's stilted as crap. I'll just leave it on 5. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. There was an equivalent for this on the PS4. Because I played this on there first. Actually, no. The first time I played Skyrim, it was on the Xbox 360. Then I got it on the PS4, and then I was able to make a deal with somebody. And I got my computer, which now badly needs updated parts. don't think I need much else here. Except for that. Dun 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 dun. Hadvar, come here. You can't play with this until you're near somebody. Trust me, I know. The expressions do work before you ask. I've seen it. Okay, fine. I'll wait.
You better.
If you don't set this up right, it's infuriating.
You better get some gear.
Okay. Almost done. F. Let me guess, it's you. No, it was the other one. Because I know it's not that.
You better get
There. Okay, Hind cannot use a sword. She doesn't know how. I'll take that, that, and that. The sword can stay there. In my novelized fanfic, she does still have Hadvar, she doesn't know how to use a blade. He kind of falters and is like, oh crap, for a second. Before asking if she knows any magic. Because hey, some people wouldn't know. I mean, Hind does know how to fight. She relies on muscle memory at first and small guidance from Hadvar here. Because she actually has amnesia.
Come on, this way.
It happened through very unfortunate events, which she also can't remember. I'll go over it in a bit, if I don't forget. I almost didn't stream this today.
Storm close. Maybe we can reason with them.
You're kidding, right, Hadvar?
Hold on now. We only want to.
Shoot. Okay, you're gonna notice my animations for magic casting are different. That's part of the mod thing I'm using.
Let me see if I can get that door open.
Hind's gonna have a mini freak out when they get out of Helgen because, well, she killed people. To the average person, that can mess you up a little bit. Or a lot. Or if you just have one of those mentalities where you don't care. Some people are like that, it just doesn't affect them. And they're perfectly soundly sane. Shoot, I forgot. Then you have the people who aren't entirely sane. I'm mostly kidding when I say that, because there are some people who just don't really have a moral compass. They just learn to work with it and try to follow rules if they feel like bothering. Then you have the actual psychopaths. Or is that sociopath? I don't actually know. I'm gonna stop talking because I don't know what the F I'm talking about. Let's agree that I'm not gonna keep talking about that. Okay, piece of bread. Because Hind's gonna need food. Shit, look at that, look at that! She legit grabs things. Isn't it cool? Ooh. There's not always something in that drawer. I'll take those. You have blade weapons. That's not useful. Hind wields a quarterstaff, and yes, I have a mod for it. Because those aren't actually a thing in the game. It works literally the same way as a Warhammer though, so it's kind of meh. But doing animations on top of that probably would have been a little too much. I mean, people can complain about how games are designed or how they look sometimes, and I kind of try not to very much, because making a game is effing hard. But Bethesda, ugh. How many games do the fans have to play with to make it more playable so there's less bugs and problems? I think Bethesda's the highest on that list. And that's not a good thing. Okay, now we're gonna be heading to the torture chamber. I used to try to keep the torturer's assistant alive. He has some extra dialogue, but it doesn't really matter. Heck, he doesn't really matter. I just always try to keep him alive, but he has an insanely stupidly small HP bar. He takes so much damage. The last time I tried this, I kept reloading a save, trying to keep his rear end alive, and I got sick of it. I am not going to try this time. I don't have the patience for it today.
This way. The torture god is so much. Hear that?
I hear that. And he's already dead. Ah. He has a warhammer. I'll use it for now. Hind kind of ignores this conversation. She doesn't want to hear it. Shouldn't that, have done something? Oh. Okay, I have to actually activate it from my inventory. Alright, I thought I read it when I picked it up. Didn't quite have that right.
Come with us. We need to get out of here. Didn't you hear me? I said the keep is under attack. Wait a second. Looks like there's something in this cage.
Don't bother with that. Those were the key ages ago.
And you never tried to get him out.
See if you can get it open with some picks.
Okay.
We'll need everything we can do.
Why do you just have 12 lockpicks on you? Got something you want to say to me?
Let's go.
That you want to tell me, Hadvar? Okay, the lockpicking animation is actually a hindrance. If you like doing Thieves Guild or just stealing crap, period, this is a problem. You do not fully kneel down, and so people can still see you. And that is obviously a problem when you're trying to be sneaky. I think it's the same thing for picking a pocket. So all around, it's really not helpful. It looks cool, but it's not good. Now, regularly, I would pick all the locks on these to increase my skill, but Hind has no reason to do that. She's just following Hadvar out of nothing else to do. She doesn't know how to get out of here any more than he does. She will, however, pick this because she can see the coin purse. If you're really patient with the lock picking, you can pick master locks real easy. So long as you play with it slowly, you can get it. You might break a couple lock picks, but you can do it. I've done it. It's really not that hard. Like, I saw one guy on YouTube, when he got the skeleton key, he never finished the quest line because he just went back to all the chests he couldn't open before and used the key because it couldn't break. Shoot. Where's Hadvar? He's dealing with his own problems, apparently. Oh, I got him. I'm doing short bursts instead of full-on flames because it's easier to manage that. Yeah, walk into the fire, you nitwit. Ow! Just took an iron arrow to the effing shoulder. My shoulder! How did you miss? I'm not complaining, but how'd you effing miss? You suck. I shouldn't laugh, but there was no reason that person should have missed me right there. Wow. I mean, I was bobbing and weaving, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't doing it that well. Honestly, the AI in Skyrim just is pure hilarity to me. Like, one time with the Thieves Guild quest, I was stalking Golemai, you know, part of the actual main storyline for the Thieves Guild quest. And I was pulling torches off the walls so I could sneak around. I dropped them on the floor, and one of the bandits come over. I'm freaking out because I don't know why he saw me, but he apparently picked up one of the torches I dropped and came over to give it to me, saying, "Be more careful with your things from now on," and went right back to his position. I just kind of paused the game, just like, what the F? I could not believe that. Of course I capped him with an arrow a couple seconds later. I just couldn't believe that. Oh. I wish I'd been recording when it happened, but... Oh, jeez, it was great. I'm coming. Keep your armor on, dude. Okay, whatever you say. Just in case one of these stupid bugs gets lucky, or arachnid. Sorry, I'm thinking back to Little Nightmares 2, and I watched Jacksepticeye play that. That was effing gold. You gonna come down from there, dude? No, he's just content to slowly burn. Ow! Don't give people ideas, dude. Just don't. Actually, didn't somebody do a Witcher 3 Monsters mod for this? I struggle with the base game most of the time. I don't think I'm ever gonna use that. If it's actually a thing. I'm just guessing because I don't know.
There's a bear just ahead. See her?
I see her.
I'd rather not tangle with you right now. I'll be able to see the fire. Just take it nice and slow and watch where you step. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Might take it by surprise. Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
You got it. Obviously, I'm sneaking past the bear, because that's kind of a finicky fight when you're first starting. Okay. We're gonna save again. Just in case all goes horrifically wrong. And sneaky sneak. You don't hear anything. You're in the cave by yourself as per usual. I hope you guys can't hear that.
Easy does it.
My family's watching Full House in the living room and they're laughing very loud. I think Oscar's jumping off people's laps and killing them.
That was close.
Oscar just uses everyone in the house as a springboard, I swear. Especially my poor brother. You can always tell when the dog jumps off of him. How can you tell? Because he groans really loud since it jumped off of him in a really bad spot. And you know what I mean. Am I gonna get stuck here? Possibly. Speaking of getting stuck, I found a new streamer this last night. Pretty lady who's bad at video games decided to play Little Nightmares too. She played the first one. And wow, when I say she's not good at games and even she admits it, she's really not good at games. It was bad. I was trying to help her every now and then. Because I already know most of the puzzles. But I shouldn't do too much hand-holding, you know. And she doesn't always want hand-holding either.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back.
She's smiling faintly.
Across this town from Harry's River. My uncle's a blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. And it's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
You know what? It might make more sense if this happened. Yeah. Hey, me, when you're doing the fanfic. Oh no. F's sake. Okay, well, me, when you're doing the fanfic, have them do their little conversation thing about. Actually, it makes more sense if they're in Riverwood. Never mind. And the game just got stuck. And unfortunately, I don't really have the patience to deal with the game doing this. Wow, under my eyes looks terrible. I've got some really bad dark circles. Oh man, if I could stream Gauntlet with my brother, that would be effing great. He bought it for me and got the DLC too. Because I like playing the Necromancer. She's fun. And her powers aren't green like Necromancer usually is for some effing reason. Seriously, I don't know why it's always green. Like a sickly, bright neon green color, or just a bright green. I wonder why they always do that. Not really a way to know, I'm afraid. I wonder which Thum that was. Was it the Unrelenting Force? I mean, that's the first Thum we get, technically speaking. Well, yeah, it's the first Thum you get. I don't think you can change that, really. Unless you know how to play with the game in the files, which I do not. And this is why I save often.
Wait.
All the wind made of kings, aids and shadow unbound.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back.
There's a really great cover of that song I found once. It's like 12 minutes long, but she really put her all into it.
I'm sure he'll help you out.
I mean, she did it in English and then she sang it in Dovizul.
We split up. Good luck.
That'd take me some memorizing. But she sings the whole song. Okay, I'll just stick with my original plan regarding the fanfic here.
Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. You can really use some of it. If the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
Sure. I mean, he seems like a good military strategist and such, but are you sure he can take on an effing dragon? I mean, it's a dragon. That place just doesn't look fun.
See that ruin up there? League Falls Barrow. When I was a boy, that place always used to give me nightmares. Draugr creeping down the mountain and climb through my window at night. That kind of thing.
I don't remember what a Draugr is. Is it a type of mummy? It's like, this is basically Vikings, right? And those are around Norse mythology. Although when I read that book about it, it was mostly focused on the gods and such. Yeah, I legit went to the library and asked for a book on Norse mythology. Because I was really curious how much Marvel got correct, not to mention some of the songs I've heard from Brothers of Metal. Gotta say, a lot of stuff made sense after reading the book. Although I didn't really care for the magic aspect.
Listen, as far as
I just wanted to know about the gods.
But until we get that confirmed by General Tullius, just stay clear of other Imperial soldiers and avoid any complications.
And that one song by Brothers of Metal made a lot more sense. Which one was it? Hell? No, it wasn't Hell, was it? I don't think so. I still don't remember which song that was. Oh, Death That Got a Light, that was it. And that's... I'm gonna say this wrong. Balder? I think his name was Balder. Yeah, but Loki was the one who did him in. Unshocking. Definitely goes to show how much God of War does creative liberties. Don't get me wrong, I like the game series, but those creative liberties, man. They had really good ideas, though.
I'm glad you decided to come with me. We're almost
But when you actually know the mythology, you just kind of do an eyebrow lift as you play God of War. I was certainly doing that after I read the book. I'd already seen a God of War gameplay, so I already knew. It's like, creative liberties much. Still really good storytelling and storyline, period. Just eyebrow lifting.
Things look quiet enough here. Come on, there's way.
I got rid of my JK Skyrim mod. I just turned it off, I didn't delete it.
Uncle Halvor, hello.
I feel like it was causing the majority of my problems. My hair, her neck is clipping.
What happened to you?
Shh, Uncle, please, keep your voice down. I'm fine, but we should go inside to talk.
What's going on?
kind of like to get good panning shots, but it's a little tricky sometimes. Alright, before I go in there. I think once I've gotten the dialogue from Alvar and Hadvar, I'm just gonna call it a quits. I wanted to at least get a small stream in. Although an hour is not really necessarily small, but... Does anybody know a mod that fixes the static problem where plates just freak out like that? Because I hate when it happens.
What are you doing here, looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I don't know where to start. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' skull. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude. Let them know what's happening. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, some place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help. We need your help.
I took everything last time, but let's not do this. Let's just not do that. You can keep the things that I'm not going to use or be able to sell.
Our needs to know there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf and Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can.
Whoa.
You'll do that for me.
Full body shiver, don't mind me.
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, the Dragon's Reach, Jarl's Palace.
First time I played this, I did a stupid climb up those rocks to reach the palace because I didn't notice the pathway. Yeah, I was dumb.
Jarl Balgruuf.
And yes, I see the typo.
A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. Afraid of the past. I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elsifrich. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor. I forget you're new to Skyrim.
She also has amnesia.
Although only because she was married to Jarl Torvik. Smart. Ulfric murdered Torvik. Walked right into his palace in Solitude. Shouted him to death. If you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, back to the battles. Burger's family first settled here as woodcutters. A few generations ago, she and Han run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes, fixing the sawmill. People are rightly stirred up about the downtown or being allowed to roam around arresting people, just for worshipping towers. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire. And the
It would
Empire
take me a
has
while
always
to
been
explain why I always support the Empire, so I'm not going to go over it in this stream. But I always do support the Empire in this matter. If Ulfric was a better man, I might be on his side. But even ignoring his racist BS,
Sons of Skyrim.
I'd still be more inclined to go with the Imperials.
The Emperor had to crack down. Drag off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me.
Effing save, that was a lot of effing dialogue.
You two make yourselves at home.
Don't go anywhere.
It's nice to be back in. Just head north, you can't miss it. It's the capital of Right on Hold.
I spoke for Hind in the previous stream I did of this, but I don't have the patience right now.
Of course.
You can see her reactions on my novelized fanfic, which I'll make a channel for in my Discord.
The Legion could really use someone like you, especially now. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon,
I might ask Maria to help me with something regarding that, though.
I don't blame you for
I'm kidding.
I would be too in your shoes.
I was gonna kill my character for convenience sake.
Supposed to be on that
F and A.
Stormcloak traders. And the Imperial Legion needs you now, especially now with that dragon out there somewhere and Ulfric back on the loose. Sure, I understand. It's not easy to go from being executed by the Legion one day to joining up the next. But I think you'll see that the Legion is Skyrim's only hope for real peace right now. I know you'll make the right choice in the end.
There you go, where you going?
The rebels like to forget. You didn't know? That was Ulfric Stormcloak and his top lieutenants. Right, the leader of the Stormcloaks. They claim to be fighting for Skyrim's freedom, but the war is really all about Ulfric wanting to be high
Before I
chiefs.
forget, Rayloff, not Rayloff, Lokir.
You haven't heard of the civil
He
war
was supposed to have different dialogue when he realized who Ulfric Stormcloak was.
It's pretty simple.
Like, he got ticked off with the guy because the whole war is his fault, which isn't exactly wrong.
He never succeeded in getting much support, so a few months ago he murdered the High King. That got the Empire's attention. A masterstroke by General Tullius. He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things around for the Empire. We've been trying to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming. This time, the general turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our ambush with only a few bodyguards. He surrendered pretty meekly too. So much for his death or glory reputation. I thought we were taking Ulfric back to Cyrodiil, but I guess the general changed his mind. You know the rest. I guess that wasn't such a big deal elsewhere in the Empire, but here it's caused a lot of resentment. Native son and all that. Even I'll admit it hasn't been the Empire's finest hour, but it wasn't like the Emperor had any choice to. If he hadn't signed the peace treaty with the Thalmor, they would have destroyed the Empire. And where would Skyrim be? That's the part that Ulfric's supporters always conveniently forget about. As the Empire stands together, the Thalmor will destroy us all. Be careful on the way to Solitude. Damn Stormcloaks could be anywhere.
Okay. I'm gonna have her step outside. Then save again. And you know what? I think I will go over why I've never gone Stormcloak. I just find a place to sit Hind down. I should switch that mod back, which looks kind of funny. Okay. Alright, I'm sorry the stream was kind of short. I mean, it was an hour long. And I explained my reasons behind everything. But I'm gonna go over now why I've never had a character go Stormcloak. Don't get me wrong, I don't like the fact that there's not free worship. I'll admit my own faith comes into it, where free will is a big thing, making your own decisions. And also that no one has the right to tell you how to think, how to feel, what to believe. So, I get mad on behalf of Ulfric and his people. But I also understand why the Thalmor Embassy did it. I actually looked into the game's lore because I didn't know crap all of what was happening. I decided with the Imperials the first time around because I was like, well, even if I help the Stormcloaks, there's still gonna be the Thalmor to deal with afterwards, so arguably it's a better idea for me to side with the Imperials. That was just my logical decision. But the whole reason the Thalmor Embassy did it, and it was because of what Talos did to them way in the past. And the way Azrael explained it to me was that ensuring that there's no one to worship the god dies. Now I'm a little iffy on whether or not Talos actually became a divine. I mean, sure, he could have. I don't really know how the game's deities work. I haven't got the foggiest clue. I really don't. Maybe he did. And the Thalmor smacking down anyone who tries to support him, well, makes him hard to have power, I guess. That might be how it works. Like I said, I get why they're doing it, but this is not the way to go about it. I don't really like the Thalmor Embassy as well because they have superiority complexes, and they're highly arrogant and insulting to everyone else who pretty much is not a high elf or part of the embassy, I guess. And that kind of personality irritates me a lot. They don't really give me a reason to like them. And when it comes to the Empire signing the contract, the peace treaty, when you go to join the Imperial Legion, General Tullius actually says the Empire is just biding their time to regain strength, then they're gonna beat back the Thalmor Embassy. Ulfric, what the F, dude? You can't be a little bit patient? Apparently not. So again, more reason for me to go toward the Imperial side. Because they're being strategic. They're playing the long game. And sometimes that's smarter. Ulfric, he either didn't bother to listen to that part, or he just doesn't care and wants it done right effing now. Some of the biggest reasons I don't support Ulfric Stormcloak is, like I said earlier, he's racist. Basically, anyone who's not a Nord has terrible living conditions in Windhelm. And I don't appreciate that. It's stupid and it's ridiculous. I mean, in Skyrim, racism makes more sense, but it's still dumb. Ugh. He's also a bit of a jerk all around in some cases, but he's not terrible entirely. But in the end, he just went about things the wrong way. He attacked his fellow people. He didn't directly go after the Thalmor. If he had done that, it would have been a little better. But no, he went after the High King. I don't really know what his mindset was at that time, but it's like, oh frick, why didn't you just go after the Thalmor directly? Like, the way he could have gone about things was just attacking the Thalmor. If there are people from the Empire, like the Imperial Legion, coming at him, subdue, do not kill. But when it comes to the Thalmor Embassy people, kill them. But don't do serious damage to your own people. I wouldn't have minded him as much if that's what he did. But no. He went about things in a way that I can't really support him. And like I've already said, he's racist and he's not exactly the nicest guy. And like I said before, at the end of the day, if you do side with the Stormcloaks, you're still gonna have to deal with the Thalmor afterward. And while he was able to deal with the Imperial Army in Skyrim, he had the people to do that, but does he have the people to deal with the Thalmor Embassy? I don't think he does. I mean, he knows how to use the Thu'um, so maybe that can help. And, of course, your Dragonborn can do it, because they're Dovahkiin. But, I don't know, that's still just tricky. And I don't really trust him tactically, since he doesn't really do things immensely tactically. I mean, if there are things I've thought of that he didn't do, that's just sad, because I'm not a tactical person. But in a nutshell, I get what happened on the Thalmor's end. I get why they're banning Talos. I get why the Emperor did it, because, like Hadvar said, they got pushed into a corner as either sign the contract or get slaughtered. What you gonna do? Seriously. So they just bide their time and play the long game. I get it, that's a good call. Then you have Ulfric, the racist kind of jerkish idiot, just slamming a hammer against an iron gate until it breaks. Then he gets in trouble. I'm not sure I explained my reasons well enough, but I went over all the issues and points. At the end of the day, though, I can always say I will not support Ulfric. Because he's just... I don't think he's that intelligent. I get him. I understand why. But he didn't go about it right. Ignoring the racism and the slight jerkishness, he's not a bad guy. I get why he's angry. But he went about it wrong. I would have at least tried to talk to people. General Tullius, if anyone, because he knows, and if he wasn't there, someone else who was in charge who would have also known, and be like, oh, we're gonna play the long game and win that way. Alright, that's fine. I'll work with you. I don't know if Ulfric even knew about that, and if he did, the man might have just ignored it and said, no, we need to do this now. Think the face I'm making tells you everything. Alright, but that's about it. I've been trying to do this stream for the past couple days and just couldn't do it. I'm just hoping that my save remains this time. So the next time I play, I will hope I'm in a better mood to roleplay Hind. But I'm gonna get that stream up on YouTube as soon as I can. Like, probably, like, right after I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna go on to Twitch, download it, and stick it on YouTube. But, I'll go over Hind's, sort of, backstory in the next stream. There's really not much to her yet. I never really gave it a lot of thought. I couldn't think of anything, and I still kind of can't. I do have some basic idea of what a little of her past might be like, but the person she learns it from, she doesn't really trust. I mean, it was Mirak. Would you trust him? If you have amnesia and he tells you something about your supposed past? Yeah, I wouldn't. Ugh. But that's about all for this stream. I'm not gonna host or raid anybody. I'm gonna go back to watching Jacksepticeye though. And hey, look him up on YouTube. He's pretty entertaining. So is Markiplier. There's also Gab Smulders. I watched her for all the Fatal Frame. I'm forgetting somebody, aren't I? Oh, there's Scribe. I haven't watched PewDiePie in a while. I should check his channel again. I don't know if Karotic is still recording either. I have a huge list of people I watch on YouTube. And on Twitch. Alright, but that's it for now. I hope to see you Twilights in the next one where I'm in a better mood. So, my ending spiel. I thank everyone very much for coming in and watching. For those of you who will watch later, if you want to support the Twitch channel, please follow and share it. If you want to support my YouTube channel, which is linked here, please go there, like, subscribe, and share it. If you want to join my Discord, which is linked here on the Twitch and on the YouTube, you can join that to know when I'm streaming to Twitch and uploading to YouTube, and a variety of other things. What are those things? Join and find out. But the most important thing was that you guys enjoyed this, you had fun with it, because I know I did. And I'll see you in the next one, Twilights and dear viewers. Bye.